Iron-Blooded Orphan fans rejoice. This is the biggest HG release we've had in nearly a decade. With the new Wedge of Interposition OVA comes what might be Bandai's best premium Bandai kit of the year, and it's nothing like the lazy recolors we're used to. That's right, only 2 runners from the original kit were reused, everything else is brand new, including a heavily redesigned inner frame. But here's the part that has me the most excited. This isn't just an amazing one-off release. The Barbatos Adapt has me endlessly excited about the future of the IBO HG line. Let's take a closer look. Nothing hits a Gunpla fan like unboxing a brand new kit that has just arrived at their doorsteps. From the moment I held the box in my own hands, I was blown away. Gone is the usual lazy monotone box art of Key Bandai. In fact, we have a brand new illustration of the Adapt created just for this release, by IBO's chief designer Hiroshi Arisawa. How awesome does this look, guys? Upon opening the box, we are greeted with an unusual assortment of inner frame and multicolored armor runners. This may not look like much has changed, but I assure you that this kit is much more than meets the eye. We'll go over why in the next section. We also get a standard HG instruction manual. This looks like a relatively easy build, and should take most people a few hours at most. One of the biggest reasons this Premium Bandai release is so exciting is that a huge portion of the inner frame is completely brand new. That's a massive step up from Bandai's usual P Bandai formula, where we often just get recolors or a new set of armor on an existing kit. They easily could have reused the old HG IBO frame, but instead, they went the extra mile and gave builders something genuinely new. Looking at the runners, there are 3 different types included. First, we have the original Gundam Frame 1 runners from 2015. Next are the brand new armor runners, labeled Barbatos Adapt, produced in 2026. But the real surprise is this, Gundam Frame 5. Every single part on these runners is brand new, all dated 2026. That immediately raises the question, what is Bandai planning? Could this be the beginning of a new HG kits from the Calamity War? Or are they preparing updated inner frames for future IBO releases? I honestly can't wait to see where this goes. Let me know what you think in the comments. Now, let's take a closer look at what actually changed. The chest is completely redesigned, and the neck has been split into 2 joints instead of 1. Thanks to the new C-clip connection, the head can look much higher than before. The old shoulders were simple ballpoint and polycap constructions, allowing for basic HG movement that prevent Barbatos from pulling off truly insane poses. Its arm raise is also kept. The new Adapt features a fully re-engineered multi-joint system that not only swings forward, backwards, and also raises the entire shoulder an insane amount upwards. This makes it super convenient for pulling off crazy poses with its various weapons, as we will see in a short bit. How incredible is this arm raise, guys? The old HG IBO shoulders were known for becoming loose over time, so it'll be interesting to see if this redesign solves the problem. The waist is also brand new, with redesigned shoulder joints and even movable waist pistons. Best of all, the polycaps are gone. Instead of the old sandwich construction with a peg and polycap ball joint, the ab crunch and waist swivel now uses 2 ball joints, making the whole torso feel much more modern. So far though, everything feels nice and solid. The legs also received an important upgrade. The old polycap thigh joints have been replaced with a plastic part, which should do a much better job of supporting the weight of the leg. If you've built older HG IBO kits, you'll probably remember how the legs eventually started drooping and struggled to hold dynamic poses. Thankfully, this new frame feels much sturdier so far, and I'm hopeful it'll stay that way over the long term. Aside from that, the calves and feet are largely carried over from the original HG design. The best part of it all? This inner frame is completely interchangeable with older HG releases. If you really love a particular IBO HG and want to give it new life with this upgraded inner frame, you can fully swap it in with minimal modifications. I'm really hoping that Bandai releases the inner frame runner as a separate option pack, so we won't have to waste the whole adapt just to do this. That's enough of me gushing about the inner frame. Let's get him all armored up. The build was super simple and clean, just as you'd expect from a Premium Bandai release. And here we have the completed Barbatos. This kit brings a brand new, fresh take on the unit we've loved for the past 10 years, giving us a completely different silhouette, but still keeping the core essence of what Barbatos is all about. First of all, I've always loved asymmetry on Gunpla, ever since the new Gundam. We can see that the Barbatos' V-fin is still under repair from the last battle, looking like a Haddle-hardened warrior under repair. I also love the single spike coming out of his chest, showing us what Tekadon intended to do for the Lupus. We also see the myriad of resin-looking under armor pieces all over its body, as well as missing armor for the front thigh. This is quite rare for modern Gunpla, and I personally love the XCR repair-esque motifs. However, some people may find it off-putting. What do you think about this? I've brought in another Barbatos for us to compare with. This is his final form at the end of Season 2, the Lupus Rex. We can see that there are some similarities, including the bulkier, more muscular look, and the spikes in various places of its body. We can also see the V-fin looking more like the Lupus than the original. Looking at the back, the Adapt is definitely a lot less refined than the Lupus, but that's part of its selling point. However, it is clear to see that the Adapt bridges the gap between Season 1 and 2, as we still have the waist boosters from the 6th form, as well as the high heels and toe claws. What do you guys think about this look? Barbatos Adapt only has 2 main weapons, but I think they add a lot of character and style to the design. In the story, the Barbatos is still under major repairs from becoming the Lupus in Season 2, and his joints have not been fortified yet. Thus, Tewa sent over a pair of katanas for the Adapt to wield, as his joints would not be able to withstand Mika's mace bonking. I think it's a really cool piece of lore, and also makes sense as Mika just mastered the katana after his final battle in Season 1 against Grey's Iron. We get a long sword and a short sword, which can both be stored in its rear thrusters when not in use. I love how dynamic and long this katana is, and it really allows you to pull off endlessly awesome poses, paired with its incredible articulation. I also love how this weapon serves as a bridge between Barbatos' old sword and the sword mace he will receive in Season 2. The short katana should not be underestimated as well, and it works perfectly alongside the long one to give you fresh poses we haven't seen from the Barbatos before. Does this remind anyone else of the Exia 7 swords? That's not all we get in the box though. We actually have some useful leftover pieces in the box, as opposed to Bandai's regular throwaway parts. Due to the Adapt sharing parts of the inner frame with the original 4th form kit, we also get the Season 1 katana and its original mace. I love it when newer versions of a kit come with the original accessories as well, and that gets rarer and rarer these days as Bandai uses clever ways to leave out certain parts. Last but not least, we also have some leftover plastic polycap pieces, which were used to enhance the stability of the joints. The instruction manual says that they are interchangeable with the older Gundam frames, so you can save these to swap your failing joint pieces on your other IBO kits. Pretty cool bonus! You've seen how well this kit's intricate inner frame can move. How about with all the armor on? Well, you're about to be equally impressed. The neck remains the same, except for a little less downward movement due to the chest armor. We are also blocked from rotating all the way by the singular shoulder spike. The shoulder joint comes out about this far and lifts up without any hindrance. The arm can lift all the way up to here, which is simply incredible. The bend is not super ideal for 2026, but it is a single joint that gets you to most poses. Since Gundam frames rarely have any waist armor, we will get the same awesome ab crunch and recline here. As I showed you guys earlier, the hips have this incredible swing forward gimmick and allows you to achieve the impossible. The front skirts do not move at all, yet the legs can kick out this far. I've never seen a kit be able to do this without any skirt articulation before. They can also kick back quite far as well. Interestingly, they do the splits very well, without any side skirts and rotate at the hip. The legs bend about the same as the old HG and is decent enough for most kneeling or flying poses. Lastly, the feet themselves actually lost a bit of forward and backward swing motion, but are still solid and can rotate side to side really well. Overall, the articulation features a mix of old and new, while being mostly amazing. We still have the lingering taste of an older era in a few of the joints. But being so used to P Bandai's simple recolorings or repackaging of kits, I was absolutely blown away at how much new and exciting things are in this kit. Props to you, Bandai. And being a P Bandai kit, the Adapt was really hard to track down from outside Japan. Luckily, JP Fans, today's sponsor, offered to help with acquiring and shipping this kit. As all the pre-orders from P Bandai was already sold out, I used their site to buy it brand new off of someone selling their kit on Mercari. Let me take a few quick seconds to tell you how I did it while I rip open this gigantic box filled with Gundam goodies. If you're looking to grab Gunpla and other collectibles straight from Japan, I've been using JP Fans. Their proxy service lets you buy directly from Japanese stores and marketplaces. Your purchases are first shipped to JP Fans' warehouse in Japan, where they'll hold everything up to 60 days for free, giving you time to combine multiple orders into a single package and save on international shipping. And if you sign up using my link in the description, you also get 8 shipping coupons to help cut down your costs even more. Check them out if you've been hunting for these Japan exclusive kits. So guys, after building this kit, I can honestly say Bandai nailed it. In a time where new Gunpla releases are becoming rarer, prices keep climbing, and Premium Bandai 2 often means another recolor. This feels like a genuine breath of fresh air. Instead of taking the easy route, Bandai gave us brand new engineering, meaningful improvements, and a kit that feels truly innovative. More importantly, it gives me hope. For almost a decade, the HG Iron-Blooded Orphans line has largely been left dormant, but seeing an entirely new Gundam frame makes me cautiously optimistic that Bandai finally has bigger plans for its future. Whether that's new Calamity War suits, updated HGs, or something else entirely, I cannot wait to see what is next. But what do you think? Is this the start of an IBO revival or just a one-off experiment? Let me know in the comments! Again, thank you so much to my channel members, my Haro Squad, and my Ultimate Coordinators. Love you guys. I'm so grateful to you guys for always supporting the content. If you're still hungry for more Gunpla content, check out my latest third-party Kashatra review here. And if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!